What's cracking, fam? Your boy T Money back with a collection update. It has been months. I apologize for the delay, but shout out to everybody who reached out to me, requested this video. GG, you the homie. I'm doing this one for you. Um, but yeah, I just life shit. Been really busy, so I haven't had much time to do videos. But I'm here today to do one for y'all, and I got a really cool stack of goodness. And actually, I just got home from work a little while ago, and this bad boy was sitting on my step. So this is the new Vin Syn halfway to Black Friday sale package. So we're gonna dive into that. Bunch of shit I probably haven't seen, but that's okay. Hope everybody's doing well. I miss you guys for real. I try and keep in touch with everybody on like my Instagram. So my homies, you can always get in touch with me there if you're you know wanting to get in touch with me. But yeah, I'm gonna try and do some more videos here. Summertime. Hopefully I'll have a little bit more free time. But just really some life shit. We've just been really busy at work, and I just got some other things going on, so I don't have as much free time. But yeah, hopefully, I will step it up, do some videos, because I do have a shitload of stuff. The collecting has not stopped for a minute, which is insane. Honestly, it's kind of ridiculous. But you guys know how it is. So anyways, let's get into the update. So we're going to start off with a banger. The long-awaited, highly anticipated Ty West return film, X. This movie's fucking great. Highly recommend it. Great cinematography. There's some really cool like shots. For example, like, I don't really know how to describe it because I'm not a filmmaker, but somebody will pull on a light switch, and then like as the light switch would turn on, it pans to another scene. Dude gets like jabbed in the eye. Just some really cool, unique camera tricks, I think, in this one. And I love the humor in this one because it's like not intentional. I really like horror comedy, I guess, when it's not intentional. And just the blonde chick in this movie, like the Marilyn Monroe looking chick, is hilarious. I love everything about this. The kills, the old creepy couple, the old woman who's just like has this like desire to be young again, and just like she's just horny as fuck. It's really good. It's a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. This girl's really good too. Mia Goth. She actually was married to Crazy Dude. What's his name from the Transformers movies? I always forget his name, but I actually looked her up to see what she had done. But yeah, the acting was really good. Really cool, like subliminal messages in this movie as well, like religious undertones, addiction undertones, and like just cool stuff like that. I thought was really kind of unique, and it was just an interesting movie, but kind of like run of the mill, like group of whatever young porn stars, like aspiring film porn stars, I guess, go to film this low budget movie, and they rent this land, and the couple is just insane. And there's just awesome shit going on in here. Some really cool death scenes involving alligators and knife stabbings to the neck and all kinds of shit. Like, it's just the type of shit that goes on in this movie is it catches you off guard a little bit, I feel like. Like just when you start feeling bad for somebody, they get like brutally murdered, and it was just good. Ty West is the fucking man. And I feel like this was a little bit more fast paced. So those of you who, House of the Devil, kind of felt like that might have been a little bit too slow. This one picks up pretty quickly, and it's got a lot going on. So X was awesome. Highly recommend it. And then this one came in from Eureka, Vampire, the 1932 German vampire movie, supernatural movie. Very atmospheric, old school. It's been a minute since I watched this. I have the Criterion Collection release, but had to pick this one up from Eureka. I'm going to kind of burn quickly, guys, because I have a lot of stuff. And I got to get in that Vinegar Syndrome package. So probably one of my favorite top 5 horror movies of all time, the original Candyman, on 4K from Arrow Video. This is awesome. I haven't opened this yet. Scream Factory put this out as well. I watched their 4K version. I'm assuming it's going to be comparable as far as the picture quality. But yeah, I fucking love Candyman. One of the only horror movies as a kid that actually scared me. I think I might have mentioned this before, but that scene where he's in the parking garage and he's like, Helen, Helen. Super fucking creepy. And Tony Todd just kills it as Candyman. Sorry about the glare, guys. But yeah, so stoked to dive into this goodness from Arrow Video 4K. I've been upgrading like a madman on 4K now, so I got a sick new tube. So I got it all going on as far as the picture quality goes. This one was interesting. I was browsing on Orbit Video, as I do, and I came across, we're all going to the World's Fair. I think it's kind of like shot on video or found footage, kind of like in the vein of like, what's that seance movie? Like, you know, when they're all filming like on YouTube or whatever, social media. I don't know. Late on a cold night somewhere in the U.S., teenage Casey sits alone in her attic bedroom, scrolling the internet under glow-in-the-dark stars and blacklight posters, that blanket the ceiling. She finally decided to take the World's Fair Challenge, an online role-playing horror game, and embrace the uncertainty it promises. After the initiation, she documents the changes that may or not be happening to her, adding her experiences to the shuffle of online clip, blah, 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 blah. You get the idea. Nothing like what I just said it's about, but it sounded awesome. Kind of reminded me of Fear.com. Just from the premise and also that cover artwork too. Pretty cool slip cover. Like it. So yeah, if any of you guys have seen this one, let me know. Pretty interesting. Got this one in the mail today from Code Red, aka Dark Force Entertainment. Yeah, Hard Rock Nightmare. Never seen this movie before, but stoked to check it out. Let's see if I can open this gently. I just barely got this, so I haven't even opened it. But luckily, I kind of have nails right now, so I can open it without destroying the slipcover. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what to expect. Is this going to be like Hard Rock Zombies? Is it going to be like Slaughterhouse? Oh, cool. It's the director of Evil Laugh. Comes this direct-to-video horror about a hard rock band that gets stalked by a werewolf in a creepy cabin. Fuck yeah. Awesome. I didn't know that Dominic Braccia, who was also in, I think, Friday the 13th Part 5. Some controversial shit I've heard about that guy, but he was funny in Friday the 13th Part 5, and I really actually do love Evil Laugh. That movie needs a Blu-ray release. But yeah, so this is awesome. Hard Rock Nightmare. Love me a killer werewolf movie. Can't wait for the new Dog Soldiers 4K. And we have the 9th configuration. This is a limited edition 15-unit release from Scream Factory. So stoked on this one. Oh, wow. Directed by William Peter Blatty. That's awesome. Psychologically challenged, blah, 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 blah. So brings you, so it's religious undertones, and I don't know, maybe a little bit of psychological horror, or what do you call that? Whatever. I don't fucking know. I've never seen the movie. So the 9th configuration from the director of The Exorcist. Limited to 1,500, so you should grab that now if you're interested. Then we got a new one from Jesse at Diabolic DVD, my homie Jesse. Fucking love that cover artwork. This is a Fulci film that I've never seen before. Contraband. And it is not horror. I get the impression it's kind of like a mob movie, Italian mob movie maybe. Drug dealing, that sort of thing. But yeah, Jesse always does a really nice job with his releases. So Cauldron Films release. I love that cover artwork though. It's just like classy as fuck. But yeah, so Contraband. This is the limited edition release, so go pick it up. Support Cauldron. Get a little, oh, so they're cards, I guess. That's cool. 2-disc, reversible cover artwork. He knows what he's doing, so. Yeah, long time coming on this one, so I don't believe it had a US Blu-ray. And I like how he does the dual cover artwork there. It's sick. So, yeah, Fulci film I've never seen. Stoked on that one. Then we have The Wicker Man. Shout out to my homie Retro Horror. I just watched a really good review that he did. Very thorough, as usual, in retro horror fashion. So I don't really need to say much about this movie. It's a classic. Probably like the original, questionably the original cult horror movie. And it's fucking great. And this is a beautiful but very expensive box set from Imprint. You've got the final cut, the theatrical cut, the director's cut, and the special features disc, which apparently has a really good hour-long documentary on the film. So I guess it's worth it for that one alone. But yeah, great movie, expensive, but go pick it up now if you can get it, because I think it's selling out like real quick. But it is ridiculously overpriced, but they can get away with it because it's sold out rather quickly. And then we have this classic movie, The Warriors. I'm not sure about this cut. I'm actually kind of curious about it because I know that the US Blu-ray was kind of like the shitty cut version. So I've never actually seen the good cut. So hopefully that is this. You've got 2 cuts on here, director's cut, theatrical cut, so I'm hoping it is. Don't know much about that, you know, obscure cut that everybody wants to see, but apparently they just ruined it on the US Blu-ray. But great movie, The Warriors. So I'm stoked on this one as well. I like how they do this. They do that like reversible top box thing where you can pull it from the top and drop it out like that. Sickness. And the Wicker Man set's the same thing, just a little bit thicker. This one sounded interesting. 29 Palms. Photographer scouting locations for a film shoot, and his girlfriend together, they journey through barren landscapes of 29 Palms, fighting, making love, and arguing, and making up. Yet there is a darkness following them, an ever-present danger that's waiting to catch up with them, even in the middle of nowhere. So I don't know if it's like folk horror or psychological thriller, whatever it is, but some indie goodness. 29 Palms, had to pick that one up. Watched this one last night, and I have to say I enjoyed it. It was good, but I didn't think it was quite as good as everybody's hyping it out to be. It's just such a run-of-the-mill. I feel like it's kind of an exhausted subgenre of the whole like Vikings, you know, nomadic thing going on. But it was good. It was brutal, intense, definitely epic. What did I watch recently? Oh, The Green Giant. I thought that was pretty good too. I actually watched that on the plane on my way to Colorado. It was okay. I don't know. It got kind of boring, I thought. Not a lot going on. This one had definitely more going on, but again, Game of Thrones, Vikings, you know, it wasn't, I guess, that unique. I guess I was expecting it to just be a little bit better, to be perfectly honest, but it's still a good film. I mean, no doubt about it. It's brutal, epic. It's got all the good, you know, brutal war scenes or whatever. Viking fucking, this dude bashes this dude's head in with his forehead. Just crazy shit like that. It was good. But I don't know, maybe just not quite as good as everybody else, or you know, as the hype, basically. Not everybody else, as the hype. Cheers. All right, Eye of the Needle, another one I've never seen before. Donald Sutherland stars in this one. It's based on a novel, heart-pounding espionage turns dramatic thriller. So that's cool. Set in the final days of World War II. I didn't finish that sentence, sorry. But yeah, so Eye of the Needle. Gore in Venice. Never seen this one before from Full Moon, but I like how they're putting out some like 70s Italian, you know, giallo-esque type movies. It's not just like the quirky Full Moon films that they're known for, which are great as well. But yeah, Italian thriller, Gore in Venice, 1979. Forbidden Zone. This movie's batshit crazy. This is a new MVD visual release. Got a nice slipcover. Yeah, I don't honestly, it's a little bit too weird for me, but I had to pick it up. Had to own it on Blu-ray, so. And then, believe it or not, guys, I've never seen Drive, but I had to pick it up because I know, I've heard, I know all about it. I know it's supposedly an amazing fucking movie, so. Yeah, I just picked this up. Haven't opened it. Got it the other day. Gonna watch this for sure. So yeah. Had to jump on that bandwagon because I think this one's going to sell out. And it is a movie that I know I'm going to like. And it will probably sell out pretty quick too. I just love that fucking hard box. It's so sexy. Yeah, awesome. So go check out somebody else's review if you want to know all about this crazy ass set. I don't even know how many discs it is. It's got a 240-page hardback book with new essays, blah, 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 interviews, special edition release, UHD, Blu-ray presentations, chock full of special features. You guys know the drill. You can pause that if you want. And yeah, so Second Sight. Awesome. Putting out the goodness. All right, let's get into this big box right here from Vin Syn, and let's call this a video, guys. I'm glad I actually took the time to do this because I was kind of like debating whether or not I wanted to. I just really haven't had the motivation, to be perfectly honest. I don't know. And I don't have as much free time these days as I did before. But I'm trying, though. I definitely miss you guys. And I love collecting, obviously, so that hasn't stopped. Just gotta find the time, make it happen, you know? Alright, so this is all of the shit that I ordered from their sale and all that goodness. Miami Connection. This is, I guess it's just Vinegar Syndrome. I thought this was like one of their sub-labels. They have so many fucking sub-labels now. It's hard to keep track with everything. And I finally just kind of accepted the fact that I don't need to own every single release that they put out. Even though a lot of the sub-label shit sells out, a lot of it's just like not stuff that I'm into. And I was buying it for so long, and I just kind of was like, why am I buying subgenres of film that I don't interest me in, just weird shit. So I kind of just let that go, and it actually feels really good. But that being said, I got a lot of subgenre stuff or sub-label stuff in this. But yeah, anyways, really cool double cover artwork there on this one, Miami Connection. I'm assuming this is some sort of action movie. Then we have Taboo, which is 1, 2, 3, and 4, and I never owned any of these movies. So they gave you the opportunity to buy like a box set, which is cool. Smells kind of weird. It smells like mold almost. It's got that real like carroty, like musty smell if you go in like an old, dense, dank basement with a lot of old, wet comic books. It's got that weird, musty smell. It's not a great smell, honestly, but whatever. Digressing a lot, as I do. At true T-Money fashion, I get distracted like crazy. Super ADD. But yeah, so we have some Taboo movies on the subject of buying shit that I'm not really interested in. Although, I like a good kinky Taboo movie, I guess, every once in a while. So, it's more just some of like the real art house stuff, like some of the foreign stuff that they put out that's just like character studies of like, it's interesting, but it's just not, I'm a horror dude at heart for sure. So, alright. I'm going to shut up now. This one is Cloak and Dagger from VSU, number 3. Really nice packaging here. You got like the magnetic box thing, I think. Yeah, it opens like a magnet. It's pretty freaking slick stuff here. Very nice packaging. You know how Vin Syn does it. They kill it. You got the slipcover, the classic release with their, as if like a hard box like this wasn't enough. Put it in this. And it's like, seals the deal. It's fucking crazy. Again, this movie I don't know much about. Recover the stolen plans from the evil Dr. Boom and destroy his underworld bomb factory. If you guys know about Cloak and Dagger, fill me in, please. I don't have time to like really delve into that one. Grab some Slippies. We got the bees, so I can throw these on some of my old Vinegar Syndrome releases. I love how they do that. They give you a couple each round. So we got the Bees and Hobgoblins, which is a horrible movie, but it's pretty fun. The Bees is good. Hobgoblins a little too wonky for my liking, but so I grabbed those slips. I should have grabbed the discs to put them in, but I didn't. Then I grabbed this Flesh for Frankenstein. I think it's like a mini. I forget what you call these, like a little film reel thing. Pretty cool. Yeah, so that's awesome. That's film cell, I think is what you call it. All right. Let's see what else we got here. Super stoked on this one. Wow. Yeah, baby. The long-awaited, highly anticipated, Scared to Death, a.k.a. is it Syngenator or something like that? This movie has not had a Blu-ray forever, and I'm so glad I never pulled the trigger on the DVD, because the DVD was, like, uber pricey. But, yeah, I've never seen this movie because I've never had a chance to watch it. I never owned it. But, yep, Syngenator. I think, isn't there a sequel too? I think Synapse Films might have put it out on DVD, but this is the original Scared to Death, and I'm super stoked. I think it's like sci-fi horror. First feature directed by William Malone, who did Creature, which Vinegar Syndrome also put out. Scared to Death skillfully blends sci-fi and creature action with early slasher tropes, all set against the grimy world of early 80s Los Angeles. Never given an official disc release and long relegated to muddy VHS copies. Thrilled to offer this. So cool. This is definitely a release that it's just like a total bucket list release for me. I've always wanted to see this movie, so super stoked on that one. Scared to Death. Fuck yeah. Alright, next up we have Red Surf. Again, this is when we get into more of the subgenre stuff. This is Vinegar Syndrome action, so it's actually still Vinegar Syndrome. But yeah, an action movie from. Oh, George Clooney's in this. Cool. 1989. Cool. So gritty, late 80s action. Red Surf. Really nice packaging there as well. All right. And we have Expect No Mercy. This is another Vinegar Syndrome action title. So we've got 22 and 23, 23 and 24, sorry. Expect No Mercy. I think this is also known as TC 2000. Maybe I'm wrong about that. But I think it is, right? Let's find out. Let's open this bad Larry up and see if I'm wrong. Probably am. But yeah, another 80s, actually mid-90s action flick, kind of run-of-the-mill, low-budget action. I love that feel. Maybe I'm wrong. I guess it's called Expect No Mercy. TC 2000 is another movie that just looks similar, I guess. But yeah, so cool. Billy Blanks is in this one. Alright, let's see. Highly trained. Billy Blanks stars as Justin Vanier, highly trained and deadly agent for an elite police force known as Federal Security Bureau. After a fellow undercover agent turns up dead, Justin's recruited to infiltrate a high-tech martial arts training facility known as Visual Arts Academy, where students are trained in combat situations using virtual reality. Once inside the facility, he has a mission with another blah 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 blah. So it's assassins, action, all kinds of goodness like that. That's cool. Reminds me of Three Ninjas. Probably nothing like Three Ninjas, but it's got the martial arts facility. The only thing I don't like about these is sometimes if you're not careful, you can jam the plastic. It doesn't go in great. Like I'm already like warping the thing trying to get this on. It's fucking annoying, actually. I'm gonna have to just put it in like this. What's happening on that side too? Fuck, guys. Alright, sorry. I'll deal with that later. I don't want to damage it. Alright. Next up, we have... I feel like I've been waiting on this one forever. Because I had pre-ordered this, I think, when the Flash pre-order went live. And so, yeah, finally got it. This thing is already sold out, I believe, which is crazy. This is the 4K release of Thriller. Synapse had originally put this out on Blu-ray, and we finally have A Cruel Picture starring Christina Lindbergh on 4K. I think Synapse might be putting this out too in a standalone edition, but I'm not 100% sure. What's going on here? So we've got the Blu-ray, which is so cool. They give you a different slipcover for the Blu-ray, and then we have the 4K. So I guess the alternate title is They Call Her One Eye. But I've always known it as Thriller. So, badass, revenge, action flick with a badass chick playing the lead. And, yeah, so stoked to revisit this one. It's been a long-ass time. This is one of the first movies that I owned from Synapse, actually, on DVD. So, it's been probably like 10 years at least since I've watched this movie. So, my memory's horrible. So we'll be pleasantly surprised by that one, I'm sure. All right, and last up we have two titles. Stanley, which is an old Code Red release, Killer Snake movie. It's a double feature. You've got Horror High, which is awesome, so they must have bought the rights to this, because this movie I really love. It kind of reminds me of Slaughter High a little bit. It's got like a nerd who's, I feel like he gets picked on, and then he kind of... takes revenge on the kids. If I remember correctly, I remember really liking Horror High. And then Stanley, I remember being kind of like a cheesy killer snake movie. Or a dude that has like a killer snake. Or maybe he uses it as like a weapon. I can't remember, but really awesome. So, double feature here. Vinegar Syndrome just fucking killing it. So, double feature Horror High plus Stanley. They probably bought the rights to these movies from Code Red, unless Code Red's expired and they bought them from whoever, the owner of the films, whatever. Super stoked, though, to check out Horror High again. I remember really liking that movie, so fuck it. I'll read you guys the synopsis, because I only have one more to show you. So, Horror High Chemistry nerd Vernon Poffs is a target of nonstop bullying. Yeah, so it's exactly like Slaughter High. Yeah, while conducting using Vernon discovers a formula that turns the harmless creature into a snarling beast. After being caught, he drinks the formula himself, transforming into a blood. Okay, so it's different in the sense that it's like he turns into like a mutant. So it's like Toxic Avenger meets Slaughter High. Fucking awesome. All right, and then last but not least, we have Voyage of the Rock Aliens, which is another Vinegar Syndrome title. So I guess I really just went with VS on this one, which is cool. I'm happy with that. A group of aliens in a guitar-shaped spaceship are on the hunt to find the true source of rock and roll. So probably super cheesy, quirky, early 80s sci-fi action horror movie. I don't know. I have no idea. It doesn't look like there's too much horror in it, but cool. Yeah, sounds fun. I don't know. All right, guys, that's it. I'm done. Hope you enjoyed my video. Same shit. Just haven't been around, so it's good to do one though. I'll get this uploaded tonight, so by the time it's... What the fuck am I talking about? Peace. I hope everybody has a great summer, and I'll be back. I shouldn't say that, because I will be back before summer's over, I promise. But I just hope everybody's doing well. I miss you guys for sure. And stay up. Stay safe. I feel like we're kind of moving past COVID now, so it's not really, but it's good. Good things ahead, I think, for us. So cheers, guys. Good to be back. Peace.